Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I don't really know what I just witnessed. This whole series, Grizzlies, Timberwolves in general, has been crazy. The Grizzlies just made history, franchise history. They came back. They got their first lead with, what was it, like 5.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, down like 26 points. Minnesota had 2 quarters where they scored 12 points. The whole game was wet. Karl-Anthony Towns took 4 shots. I know he's getting double teamed, but like still, I mean, not really an excuse to take 4 shots. Just what a game. What a win by the Memphis Grizzlies on the road. And I'll start with this. As bad as Minnesota looked for a good portion of this basketball game, outside of maybe like the first quarter and the third quarter, although I still don't really think the third quarter was all that pretty for Minnesota, this was such an impressive one. Like, Target Center, you could hear them. First quarter especially, like, they're loud. Timberwolves have been playing playoff-esque games for the last month or two, and they've got a lot of talent. And so they steal game 1 in Memphis, and people are, like, what's going on? What's going on? Haven't really made any adjustments. What does Taylor Jenkins, Coach of the Year, do? He starts, Steven Adams plays 0 minutes. He starts Kyle Anderson, and yeah, they decided to go a little bit smaller, and it worked out pretty well. We'll talk about that a little later on in the video. If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button. As always, hit the like button. Let's try and hit 104 likes on this video. Post a ton of Grizzlies and Timberwolves content on this channel, but shout out to the whole Grizzlies squad for just being resilient. And we're about to learn a lot about this Timberwolves squad in Game 4. What adjustments are they going to make? What adjustments is Chris Finch going to make? The Grizzlies have been adjusting. Game 1 loss. They either could make some adjustments or stick to the script. Minnesota's kind of kept with the script, and it's not really panning out last 2 games. Specifically tonight, scoring 95 points. It's not like Memphis played great. Fourth quarter, they played phenomenal, 37-12. That's an unreal deficit. Like I said, history was made tonight, and it was really cool to watch. I'm not really rooting for anybody in this series, so just like as an avid NBA watcher, I'm loving this series. I think it'll go to 7 games. I think it'll find a way to go to 7 games. I think we're going to see a lot more Brandon Clarke. I think Brandon Clark's kind of like that Grizzlies X Factor, played 29 minutes tonight. Triple J dealing with foul trouble again. But Brandon Clarke, 20 points, 8 rebounds, 6 of 9 from the field. I would imagine we'll see a lot more Brandon Clarke for the rest of this series. You go out, you dig deep, man. You get Zaire Williams, you get D'Anthony Melton, you get Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones had 2 huge threes in the fourth quarter. He was draining them. 11 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists for Tyus. Brandon Clarke, Xavier Tillman, this is what they've been doing all season. Obviously, you're going to play your starters. You're going to play your go-to guys. John Morant saw 41 tonight. Desmond Bane saw 40. Dylan Brooks saw 37. I think that's the way it should be, 100%. But what makes Memphis so good is they're a team. They play team basketball. They all make each other better. And so I really like what Jenkins decided to go with, especially in tonight's game. And it obviously ended up to work out. First quarter, second quarter for Memphis, it just didn't really start well. Third quarter, even the first 3 quarters for Memphis were definitely subpar, I would say. Fourth quarter, you got guys, Triple J making 3. Desmond Bane had a couple of big threes. John Morant's making important shots. Tyus Jones making important shots. Brandon Clarke's getting downhill. He's getting to the rim. They all came alive in the fourth quarter, and Minnesota, dude, they couldn't figure anything out. This was a super sloppy game. Both teams with over 15 turnovers. Super sloppy game. But Minnesota, dude, they weren't getting good looks. I understand, there's a lot of Cat supporters, a lot of Cat haters out there. I would say it's important to note how he does in Game 4, because this is a guy. A lot of the NBA fans are rooting for Cat. Even if you're a Grizzlies fan, I think it's hard to not root for Cat. I've never met him, but he seems like such a great person, stand-up guy, and you can tell he's passionate. 4 shots, 8 points. I don't care if he's getting doubled. I don't care if he's getting tripled. I don't care if he's getting quadruple teamed anytime he touches that basketball. You're the superstar. You're the superstar of the team. You're the face of the franchise, and you have to show up. You can't score 8 points, especially at home. It was really crazy. He was talking. There was some mic. I don't know if he was mic'd up or what was going on, but they were showing this clip where it was there was 5.5 minutes left in the second quarter, and he was talking it was something oh, they didn't know about Minnesota. Just wait till we get to Minnesota, something like that, hyping the squad up, hyping the city up. He didn't score until like, what was it, like 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You had a deep mid-range, uncontested. Like, you gotta show up, dude. You have to show up. You got guys like D'Lo trying to do everything. Ant's super young. He's not going to be able to drop 35 every single night. Like, you're a superstar. You need to show up. And John Morant, he hasn't had the most efficient series. He hasn't had the most efficient series, but he showed up when he needs to. He's making the shots. He's getting downhill. He had that crazy up and under on two people with the left hand. Like, he's trying out there. You can't knock him for not trying. And he's the leader. He's the leader of this squad. He's their best player. He's a superstar. Desmond Bane, though, really impressed me tonight, man. 7 of 15 from downtown, 26 points, 6 rebounds, a couple of blocks and a steal. Like I said, he came up, especially in the fourth quarter. I mean, they didn't need technically 37 to 12, but you needed 37 and 12-esque. You needed that. They ended up winning by 9 points, but you needed to have a good quarter. Like, you needed to be pretty much perfect. The way that game's gone, I know it sounds crazy because Minnesota had 2 quarters. The second quarter and the fourth quarter were 12 points. But, like, you got to step up. It's urgent. They were urgent. They hadn't had the lead all game. At one point, they were down 26 points. Like, they went on a 21-0 run, and things kind of switched, and Desmond Bane was a huge reason to it. So this team plays such good team defense. Even in a game where Minnesota scores 39, like, imagine I tell you 10 years ago, my OGs will know this, imagine I tell you 10 years ago, a team scored 39 points, which is crazy, 39 points in the first quarter, they don't win the game, and they don't even score 100 points. You would have been like, is this a game of 2K? Like, I don't even understand how that is humanly. I don't know how many different things in that are humanly possible. 39 points, you don't finish with 100. Like, what the hell happened? Embarrassment. It was, if you're the Wolves right now, I know their fans are pissed. I know that team is pissed. Like, everyone's pissed. That was embarrassing, especially at home. If you were in Memphis, it would have been, really, it still would have been embarrassing. But you're at home, man. You get to sleep in your bed tonight. You slept in your bed last night. You've been sleeping in your bed. You come out, you have 2 quarters where you score 12 points. Oh my goodness gracious, dude. If I had to make a new prediction, I'd go Grizzlies in 5, the way Minnesota played. But like I said, adjustments. Chris Finch is a hell of a coach. I really don't think Cat will score 8 points, but after that playing game against the Clips, like, I don't know. I've seen some tweets saying, is he getting to fraud territory? He needs to step up, man. That's really what it boils down to. He needs to step up. Otherwise, he'll never hear the end of this. You won't hear the end of this for a long time until he makes up for it. So that's it for today. Hit the like button, hit that sub button, drop some comments on Game 3. Like I said, I'm covering this series, covering both teams in the offseason as well. And, drop some comments down below. Let's try and hit 105 likes, and I'll see you guys later.